Hey guys, what's up, Cardfight here, and today I'm here with another episode of Is It Worth It? This time we're going to be reviewing Character Booster 01, um, Try next. TRY3 next. So, let's go to the set real quick. If you guys didn't know, I've actually been pretty busy. That's why this thing actually took much longer than it normally would. Much like a week late for doing this video. But the good thing is that the prices actually didn't change that much from the original, from the initial launch, which is actually pretty rarely seen in the current Vanguard market, at least for the Japanese game. So let's take a look at the SGRs. So the Brave Lance Dragon is 1,600 yen for the SGR. Crossover Dragon is 1,500 yen, and then the Neo Nectar one is 2,800 yen. So it's no surprise that a Neo Nectar one is the most popular one. It's pretty good. Crossover and Bright Lance. I actually quite like Bright Lance, but I'm not sure why people don't like to use it. I guess it's more restricted to a Brave build, but I don't know. I think he's pretty solid support for a Brave deck. Makes the deck a lot better than it was before. So anyway, I'll be doing deck profiles on these hopefully soon. I have not planned things out that far ahead yet, but yeah, you'll be seeing something soon. So yeah, there's no SP pack this time around, which is actually what explains why the prices for the triple rares are pretty high compared to the sets with SP packs. Normally, SP packs makes the triple rares price not worth as much. It's like a weird marketing thing because people rather have a place out the SPs than a place out the triple rares. But when there's no SP packs, I guess it's harder to get a play set of SPs. If you look at the price for the SP Asha, it's almost 20k yen, which is like freaking expensive. Um, it was more than this before. It was like 25k yen, I think, when it first released. So it did drop a bit, but it's still ridiculous, the price. Nothing even in this set comes even close to the price of this. So if you pull a SP Asha, then you win big. Altmal is pretty good too. He's 4,200 yen. So yeah, everything else is not super out of the ordinary. Look at the GRs. Again, it's similar to how they are in the SGRs. The Neo Nectar one is 1,800 yen, which is the highest priced one. I believe this was 2,800 yen when it first came out, but I could be mistaking it with the SGR. But nonetheless, the price for her is still pretty good. These things are not as great. 1,000 yen is pretty. I'm probably gonna pick these up when I'm in Japan, because it's probably gonna be cheaper when I pick them up in Japan than it is when I pick it up in Hong Kong. I already have one, so I'm probably just gonna pick up two more ish. But let's look at the triple rares, which is the main value in this set. So Alfred is 400 yen, which is pretty cheap, which is understandable. Altmal is 2,400 yen, which is the second most expensive card. And then you look at the Altmal support and the Gear Chronicle support. The Gear Chronicle support is the cheapest one. Makes sense because everything else, Gear Chronicle had so much support in the previous few sets, so it makes sense that the stuff that they got in this set is not as great. So I would say new Gear Chronicle has probably the weakest cards in this set. Even Crossover Dragon. I'm probably gonna make a Crossover Dragon deck, like focused on Crossover Dragon for fun, but I expect it to be not as good as a next age deck. You can use both, but anyway. I'll see. Too many things to think about right now. But yeah, let's look at the really expensive card, Asha. She was 4,800 yen last week, and she's like 4,600 now, which is not big of a difference. She's still freaking expensive. If you are buying boxes for Asha, it's really hard for this set. Like I opened 9 boxes, I think. Yeah, 9 boxes, and I got 4 Asha. So for me, it was extremely worth. But if you are unlucky, so a box right now is 4,200, 3,200 yen, which is cheaper than buying an Asha. And actually, it's 3,200 yen, but it's sold out, so you can't even buy boxes if you want. I guess people really want the Asha. But like honestly, I think this is a really good set to invest in because if you can split with friends, if you if you're a Gear Chronicle, I wouldn't really buy into this set. But if you're playing Royals and Neo Nectar, I think it's a pretty good investment. Especially, yeah, especially if you're playing Altmal and Asha. Of course, the Neo Nectar player should be paying for a bit more. Because if you look at the triple rare prices, Altmal is almost half the price of Asha, and the other two Royal Paladin triple rares added up is not even worth as much as the grade 2 support for Asha. So if you split between a Royal Paladin player and a Neo Nectar player, I would say this is pretty worth if the Royal Paladin player plays for a bit less, while the Asha player plays for a bit more. Of course, you're gonna have to see. You're gonna have to see what your pulls are. If you pull like a crap load of alt miles and not too many Ashas, then I guess it kind of balances out. But it's hard to say. But I would say this is a very good set to open for. If you're playing Gear Chronicle though, I would just suggest you to buy singles because the singles are pretty cheap. Looking at double rares, double rares are pretty cheap. Actually, there's some notable expensive. Like the new Perfect Guards are kind of pricey. They're not bad though, so it makes sense. And my favorite Musketeers, they also have support here. My waifu is 350 yen, which is not bad for a double rare. So yeah, and then you look at the reprints. The reprints are very strong to set around. You get the Perfect Guard G reprints. So the Royal Paladin was 500 yen. The Steam Maiden is 800 yen, and then the Unflip one is 400 yen. So these are very good reprints because they're still really usable in all other decks, even if you're not planning to use them in your specific Brave or Bloom build. You can still use them in generic Royal Paladin decks and whatnot. And if you look at the Stride Fodders, if you don't have Stride Fodders before, if you don't have shiny Stride Fodders before, then you can get some shiny Stride Fodders here, and they look really nice, so it's really good. They have new art, so if you like new art, then it's good for you. And if you also didn't have the triggers before, you can also get them in triple rare foiling, which is extremely good. Doki Doki Worker was the price was very high before, so the price dropped a bit. And then if you look at the Asha and Altmal crits, they're 600 yen, which is also a very good price. So overall, it's unless you pull these two in a box. Actually, if you pull these three, any of these three, a combination of these three in a box, then you lose. But otherwise, it's kind of hard. If you pull like one of these, then you pull a GR, and then you pull something from here, you don't lose too hard. So it's a pretty safe investment in my opinion. I opened like one box where I pulled these two, and I was like pretty sad. But my other boxes are pretty good. I pulled I love her. I pulled some of these, which is not very good. If you pull a crossover dragon and you pull one of these, you kind of lose, but it doesn't feel as bad as pulling two, like one of this and one of this. So yeah, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say for this time around. overall, it's a solid set. Please consider splitting a case with another player if you're planning to open cases. If you're opening boxes, I guess you have to split too. Unless you're playing both Royals and Neonectar, then that's fine. I will be playing Altmao, but I did not pull any Altmaos in my boxes, and I don't want to pay for Altmao with this price, especially since I'm not especially an Altmao fan. So I'm gonna have to put off Altmao for a bit longer, unless the price drops or somebody sells it to me for cheap, or some there's some people on Patreon willing to, you know, mm-hmm. So I'm kidding, but it does help. But I will be building Asha and Alfred because I like Alfred and he's pretty cheap to build. I building Asha because I pulled 4 and Asha was the main thing I was looking for in this set anyway. So yeah, so overall, good set is good. Definitely much better than the previous small set, which was not Gear Fate, but no not Token Rambu, but yeah, this set compared to Gear Fate is much better, in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty. Actually, you can compare this with technical boosters, but I'd say this set is probably better than a technical booster because you have these reprints, which are worth a pretty penny. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this set. Quick update, guys. I finished all my presentations today, so all I have to work on now is my reports. So just 3 more reports. I plan to be finished with them by the 22nd or the 21st. So after that, I will be posting content regularly. Because I'll just make some stock content for before I go to Japan, since I won't be able to post there. So I will be doing that, and when that time comes, you'll see. There's gonna be the channel's gonna be much more active. But I've been rambling long enough, so yeah. Hope you guys stay tuned for some upcoming content. And again, I apologize for this. Is it worth it being so late? But yeah, the next set is gonna be another character booster with the Trinity Dragon. Some cards got revealed for that already, so it's pretty exciting. I'm not excited for that set as much as I was for this set, because Oracle Think Tank, Deep Police, and Great Nature is, for me, is definitely not as hype as Royal Paladin and Neonectar. But I don't know, pretty hype for Neonectar actually, but OTT and Deep Police not as much. Anyway, again, rambling too much. So yeah, I will see you guys hopefully on what day today? What day is today? It's Monday today, so I'll probably hopefully see you guys on Wednesday or Thursday. Stay tuned, guys. Bye.